Yo, 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 yo. This is G3 Takeoff, G3 Ballin. Um, live G3 Takeoff, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit, live direct. Hope everybody has a good day today. Today I'll be breaking down another orientation that I've been working on for the past couple of days. And it's the title, breaking down the marketing performances of major record labels in 2023. So I wanted to break this down and also bring a lot of market data and a lot of product data and everything that, correlates with this performances that these labels have been able to monetize off of all this time. Because in this new revolution of the music industry, this foundation I'm trying to start up, has a lot to do with using this data that they've been able to give out for your own monetization for your own foundation. So you don't have to really go sign it to a label and feel like that's the only way you're able to get some optimization for your growth, whether you're doing music, whether you're doing music production, whether you're an audio engineer, whether you create like anything, and being able to monetize it for yourself. So you can develop and grow and do what you got to do for yourself. You know what I mean? Fuck doing the label shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'm my own label. Foundation. Yeah, that was all. That was it. That was it. That was all I heard every time. Like every time since I was a child, I've always wanted to have independence, and being able to be original about it, and always just have my own way of doing things because that's freedom. Why would you not have that sort of freedom, and especially in this day and age? Why would you not have that? So, um, before I go ahead and do that though, I'll go ahead play some music for you guys, and we'll start up after. Let's see here. Hey, hey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was just an unreleased song. It's one of my upcoming EPs. I'm gonna be dropping here soon. So yeah. Besides that, breaking down the marketing performances of major record labels in 2023. Let's do it. So everybody knows that when it comes to this industry, everything is always moving constantly, and it's always moving so quick, and you will never really have an understanding of why it's doing it so fast and where it's even going to. You know, and with people that's independent, I mean, you still don't have an excuse to even be a person to be like, well, the music industry is always so flanky, and I don't know how to fit in or move in. Like that's not an excuse. That's still not an excuse, especially in 2023 when there's all of this information and all of these type of you know what's the word? There's all of these type of goddamn what's the goddamn word? How am I forgetting the word now? Like the goddamn like the apps and everything like that, and like actual tools that you can use so you can monetize this shit. So in this webinar, like I said, I'm gonna be looking through these marketing performances and showing you guys a lot of different data points that I've been looking at within 2023, and even more so the past 5 years within these three top record labels I've been looking at, and just showing you guys the importance of data whenever you're marketing your product or you're marketing yourself, the use of social media and just even using that shit. Period. I'm a person that doesn't really fuck with it, just because I'm not really like a social media type of guy, but especially in this day and age, you have to use it. Like you can't even try to act like that's not one of the most impactful things that's happened. Is social media. Like everybody want to be on social media. Everything is being posted through the media. Everybody's using the internet. It's more convenient. It's more everything for the world. So it's like I'm sort of in a stuck in a rut type of place. I'm like, damn, I don't even really fuck with this shit, but I got to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you damn you do, damn you don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm also going to be showing the importance of live music and sort of a guess of where the future is going to be at as far as the music industry. And I'm also going to bring you, like I said, a bunch of market research and share my insight, especially with how everything has sort of been developing today, uh, with the music. So the three, besides that, but like the three record labels that I was really looking into was Universal Music Group, Sony Music, and Warner Music Group. Those are the top three record labels in the world. So within these areas that I'm covering with this webinar, it's going to be looking into those three record labels, looking at how they're performing so well, and looking at those certain master keys that you guys can be able to get. As far as to include the revenue growth, the streaming growth, and the market share that they've been able to build within their company to why they're top three. And the strategies and everything like that to have them achieve it so you could be able to achieve it through the foundation, and also just give you guys a conclusion or recommendations or any ideas or feelings that you guys be able to have, so you can learn this success from the record labels and stuff and have it for yourself. So let's talk about this landscape of the industry. Let's talk about this landscape. Let's talk about what's really going on, not the shit they try to feed you like the bullshit. Let's talk about what's really going on, right? So, like I said, these are the top three major record labels in the world, right, in the music industry, and they have a whole bunch of success, whole lot of portfolio, fucking thousands of artists. You know what I'm saying on each one, like you know what I'm saying. Like you heard about Warner, Drake, of course, Universal. They got Interscope, Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's ridiculous how many like subsidiaries or like different companies they have within just these three. It's sort of ridiculous how much power they got within this music shit. So besides the point, here's the key performance factors that I was really looking into, as far as the revenue growth number one, their streaming growth number two, and their market share number three. So I'm thinking like, okay, so let me think. If I could go back 5 years, right? Go back 5 years. I think that's relative, right? I think that's like a good number. So if I go back 5 years, what is the actual numbers of things being facilitated within those three companies? Are they growing? Are they going lower within their market share as far as their worth? Is their streaming growth going higher, or are they going lower, due to different ideas? Or is they making more money just in general, just due to just doing what they're doing, their marketing plan, their marketing, the artists they're signing, etc. What does that look like to them? So I went and actually did some data research and actually pulled up a chart for you guys to look at. So right here where you see Universal Music Group right there, you see the revenue growth from 2018 to 2022 has went up 10%. So you can see they went up 10% in the past 5 years as far as the revenue growth. Which in 5 years, I guess that's good. I guess that's good. For them, I mean they top dog. So I mean like 10%. I mean I don't think they're complaining. They probably like, no, we need some more money. We need some more artists. We need some more artists. Where's the artists right now? Where's the artists? You know what I'm saying? They probably like that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever they be on. You know what I'm saying? Like who fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? The streaming growth from 2018 to 2022 has went up 25%. That went up a whole quarter. So think about it. Since everything is going on the internet and everybody's streaming and everything like that, that's a relative number. That's a good number. Just to think about it, everybody's doing podcasting. Everyone's on YouTube. Everyone has some streaming on TV or Netflix or like these other subscription type of stuff that they got going on. Or it goes et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to why this 25% makes sense to me. And the market share for Universal is at 37%. That's a lot of fucking shit. Is that 37% within the whole industry? 37%? That's a lot of money. Shit, that's a lot of money. Ain't gonna lie. So next, let's go to Warner, right? Warner Music Group. The revenue growth from 2018 to 2022 is at 7.4. 7.4. Right? So that's a lot more lower than Universal, due to probably they don't have bigger artists than Universal. But at the same time, they're still been able to grow within the past 4 or 5 years. Streaming growth, 20%. It's literally at 20% for the streaming growth. So like I said, anything within the 20s within these 3 record labels makes sense just due to the fact that everything is going on the internet now. Everything is being streamed, TikTok, everything like that. That's sort of like the new wave of everything that's going on. It's just streaming. One click, click, click. You know what I'm saying? Just double tap, click, click, click. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of shit now. And the market share from last year is at 21.3% of what they actually own or actually have value in when it comes to the whole industry in general. So, like I said, significantly lower than Universal, just due to, like I'm saying, they don't probably have the best artists that's a part of their label, whether they're doing partnerships or anything like that, or they got producers that's not on, Warner Music Group, and they're over there at Universal doing their thing. So that makes sense. So lastly is Sony Music. Let me go move my camera so you can see Sony Music on the camera right there. So Sony Music, their revenue growth from 2018 to 2022 is at 8.5. So 8.5 is a lot more higher than Warner Music Group when you're talking about the actual growth of things, due to revenues and stuff like that. So that's where they're at. For streaming growth from 2018 to 2022, like I said, they're over there at around 23%. So they're doing a lot better than Warner Music Group when it comes down to that. Pretty interesting. And like I said, for the market share, they're sort of around the same thing. They're sort of around in the same place. So you can see that, there has been a significant growth within, how they're streaming and how much money they're making off the streams. But their market share has sort of been the same and it's been stable. So even though they're making more money and making more streams, their market share is still the same. So that tells me like a couple things. Like if that was going to be a situation like that, it either means independent artists are able to capitalize off of the situation and gain some market share within the field, or it's becoming a situation where, like who knows? That's my assumption. That's my assumption. How I'm looking at it. So like I said, they've been able to see a significant growth in revenue and streaming activity, and everything's been stable. So let's go on to the next one. So what strategies are these record labels using to have all this fucking success? Because it seems like there's only a few that you're ever really gonna see. You know what I mean? As a musician that's actually having that fucking, like, you that motherfucker. For example, for Warner, Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's like duh. You know what I'm saying? Let's say for Universal, I wouldn't say there's any American artists that's really up there like that. I would say that more so out of the country artists that's a part of Universal. It's actually getting to that point. Like you know what I'm saying, like a Bad Bunny. I don't think Bad Bunny is a part of Universal, but just for example, you know. So I think there's like people like that that's a part of Universal that's obviously providing that revenue and market share for them. So what are these strategies though? What are these strategies that they're doing? These are the 6 that I wrote down that I think is driving them to actually be able to do this. So number 1 is data-driven insights, influencer marketing, collaborations, innovative content, personalization, and strategic partnerships. That's what I think is actually going on behind the scenes to why they're actually able to do this. So let me break this down for you guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take my camera off. So right here is a graph that I went and made of marketing strategies used by record labels this year by using these 6 and ranking it as high, medium, or low to see where they're at with actually how they're using it depending on where they're at. So Universal last said they had a 37.5 market share and they were one of the highest when it comes to that. So let's see how they're using their data-driven insights on that first one right there. That's high. They love the data. They love using that data. Let's say influencer marketing at a medium. So if it's at a medium, then they're not really as extreme with trying to actually, use these type of influencers or anything like that to market their music or their brand or anything like that. Collaborations at a high, whether it's within, collaborating with artists and giving them like pub deals or splits on songs or record deals where you're able to have your own label within that. That's probably at a high. Innovative content at a high. With a content driven age like this where everything's on the internet, you have to have the top motherfucking goddamn shit so you could goddamn be able to optimize that. Like how you can't act like you that nigga when your content trash. Like that makes no sense. Like how you gonna be that top dog and your content sucks? That's for real. Like folks think like here's one thing I seen last year a lot that I thought was pure trash, right? That I thought was pure trash, right? And it's funny because I went and did that shit too. And then when I thought about it after, I was like, that's the dumbest way. That's the dumbest shit to do. You know what I'm saying? That's like the dumbest shit to do. It's where they have that little mic stand and then like they're outside rapping it and shit, and they don't have the mic even plugged in to anything. So it's not like you see the wire actually plugged into like an amp or something. Like you just seen just the mic stand and then the mic and then that's it. And then that's content. No, that's trash. We gotta do better. You know what I mean? We gotta initiate some new innovation when it comes to that because that's like pure trash. And I'm speaking for me actually doing it, and I'm like that was trash. Even though I did it like in a video, it wasn't really like that extreme as far as like how many times I was like just in front of the mic and everything like that. But like still, like it still applies. You gotta have innovative marketing and content for people to actually feel like, yo, you're original, you're actually eccentric, you're actually that motherfucking dude. Yeah, we fuck with what you're doing, etc. Next is personalization at a medium. They're not really as extreme with it, and strategic partnerships is also at a medium, just because they're already connected with how many motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? How many motherfuckers? So, Sony. Let's look at Sony. Data-driven insights, medium. Influencer marketing at a high, collaborations at a high. So obviously they value teamwork, they value influencers, and they also value personalization. Let's go to Warner. They don't really fuck with the goddamn data like that, but they fuck with collaborations and partnerships. So that's why Warner and Sony is able to be at those type of levels. But even though they're on those type of levels, they're still on the same type of market share. So you can see the difference. Sony and Warner value partnership. Universal values the content, the data, and collaborations within brands. So that's why they're way higher than goddamn Sony and Warner. Because obviously, if the content is dope as fuck and you're collaborating with other artists and the content is lit as fuck, and you know how to use data, then you're actually going to be a motherfucking top dog in this motherfucker. Not no weakling. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Sony or Warner are some weaklings, but I mean, it shows. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about competition and competitiveness within brands and companies, I think that says it more than anything. But that's the graph that I want to put down. So variations for major record labels in 2023. So this is, like I said, this is just 2023. Who knows if this will actually change? Who knows what is actually going to happen next? Honestly. But right now, as of February 25th, right now, this is the actual current data for what's actually going on. So let's see some ideas or some feelings or anything like that you guys could be able to pick up from this webinar or this orientation that could actually help you, implement this type of shit. Um, and what are some factors that you guys may actually need to know to actually optimize this type of thing? So it would be your target audience, aka your supporters. Who are your supporters actually? Like, not just like, oh, I know who likes my pictures. Like, who are they actually? Like, do you even know them? Like, do you actually know who they are? Like, do you actually know why they fuck with your music? Or is it just the double tap that you're worried about? And that's what people are so confused about with data, because they're not actually using the data for what it actually is truly meant to be used for. They're just worried about the double tap and the likes. You go on my Instagram right now, I could probably have the most least likes on my page, but I actually have the most data knowledge of actually how to use and optimize it. So it could be an actual benefit for me, but for y'all could probably look at that shit like, what the fuck? This nigga only got two, like, how he popping? He don't have no double taps. But the next dude could have 30,000 taps on his fucking like page or some shit and not even know how to do shit in real life outside. So it's like, who you know what I'm saying? Like, who are your actual supporters? What type of music do you make? Do you make hip hop? Do you make trap shit? Do you make drill? Do you make R&B? Do you make goddamn neo soul? Do you goddamn make Afro beats? I'm a piano. The list is endless. For specific genres that you actually could make. And also another point would be the trends in the music industry that you can actually see right there on your phone, on TikTok or some shit, or Instagram or YouTube. So incorporating these strategies into your own marketing and promotional efforts is the actual best way to actually do this. If you're able to see this data that I'm providing, I'm the only one providing this shit. That's facts. I'm the only one providing this type of knowledge for real, especially when it comes to this shit. I'm the best on the best. So it's like I don't even have to really do all this. But at the same time, I want you guys to be able to pick up on this knowledge and use it for yourselves so y'all can actually pop your shit. Because who wants to just be doing all this shit and not really have their recognition or their type of community that they're able to build within themselves that actually fucks with each other? That's what the world's supposed to be about right now. But a lot of y'all getting confused by that double tapping, that dating and shit like that. So I got to come in and be like, okay, this is what it is. All right. So, question, right? Quick question. How would you be able to do this as an independent creator or a musician or a music producer or an audio engineer or an artist, literally like that paints and draws and shit like that? Like, how would you be able to do this, right? So I have these other tips as well, right? Excuse me. I have these other tips as well that you could be able to use, right? So you need data analytics tools. For example, I use Google Analytics for my website, just to let it be known, or Facebook Meta. I don't really use Facebook either, but all it correlates is all the same shit. Another point would be working with social media influencers or celebrities, DM them, pop them, or just people that's influencing in your city. You can hit them up. You can hit them up and be like, yo, what's popping? Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good? A lot of these type of things that I'm doing on my webinars, I'm gonna actually do, starting May 1st and show you guys actual results and everything like that. Once I start releasing my music and everything like that. So I'll actually show you guys the actual proof, especially when it comes to these subscriptions and everything like that, and show you guys that through there. But that's besides the point. So yeah, like I said, DMs, posts, clothing, etc. Collaborating with other artists and brands. So collaborate with other artists and brands. So if there's other artists in your city that makes dope music like you do, collaborate with them. It's not a problem. People feel like nowadays they so entitled to be like, I did it by myself. I could talk my shit. But like, if we actually look at it, the beats is off YouTube. The engineer is an engineer and they're rapping, and that's probably as far as it could go. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably as far as it could go for the regular artists in 2023. That's probably it. You know what I mean? There's not too many that's actually dynamic. Like, let's say me, really like making their own beats, actually being able to engineer their own songs, being able to actually put this out themselves, actually have their own concepts built from scratch. And I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of that through, my subscription based stuff on my website. But that's a whole nother video. So another point would be creating innovative content, creating this content that people actually resonate towards your target audience, your supporters, your people, your family, your community, so they can actually be feeling like they're at home too. Because that's a point as well that people are missing. How are you gonna have all these fans if you don't have a crib to even bring them to us? Makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? They go to Mariah Carey crib and they be all cool over there, but you at your crib they ain't trying to pull up at your crib and see what's going on with the content and see, oh shit, this is dope, like that. Man, I'm learning something today. Or maybe they ain't, it ain't like that. It ain't like that over there. You know what I'm saying? They go to Drake, they worried about betting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, say they worried about betting. They worried about betting over there. Lil Uzi, Leslie now. Oh, they ain't worried about all that. That ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Innovative content. So that's what I meant. And lastly is forming strong relationships and partnerships with people that's able to help you grow and develop so you can have your own foundation. You know, that's the point. You know, people are supposed to be around to help you, not be detrimental to you, you know, especially musically. When you already have the stress of being an artist, you're scared of how people think about you. You're scared of, you know, performing or just like where to perform at. You're scared about, you know, how people may interact with you in real life. You may not trust people. You may be an introvert. All that has to be thrown out the window so you can be able to have these partnerships and relationships. So you can have the innovative content. So you can actually have other artists and brands that you can actually work with. So you can actually work with other social media influencers and celebrities that can actually see you, rock with you, and you can have all the data for yourself so you can optimize it and do better. Foundation. So like I said, you know, doing this, artists and independent record labels could, you know, increase the revenue, their streaming activity, and also their market share. So that makes sense. You know what I mean? That makes sense to why that can actually happen. And why do I think data is 100% true, right? Why do I think the numbers is facts? Why do I think the numbers is on point? Why do I think that numbers don't be lying when it comes to the actual research? Why do I think that this is actual proof to why you guys should be able to understand a lot of this type of stuff from my point of view of how I'm saying it and actually see it on data form for you guys to actually see it, you know? Like I said, I showed you guys that with um goddamn Universal and yeah, Universal, they're the top record label in the world, and they're extremely on data. They're extremely on data. Who's clicking what? Why they're clicking it? When are they clicking it? Who's seen clicking it? Everything like that, and it's used so they can actually, you know, track everything that they're trying to do when it comes to who's streaming their music, who's buying their merch, who's purchasing the tickets over for their tour, who's doing anything like that, and it could be used so you guys can actually make these decisions and you could actually facilitate a lot more things in your career a lot better. You know what I mean? That's the point. That's the point of actually using the data. Don't let the data use you. You know what I mean? Like the data using you is like you getting high for life because you got like a certain amount of likes on Instagram. Like that's getting high off life. Using the data right is actually being like, okay, well, how can I get this bigger? How can I get this data so more people can actually click and see it? Not just to the point where I'm just getting high off the likes. And now when I get this many likes, now I could just bullshit around with the rest of the shit because I got this many like who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like in actual real life, like nobody cares about that. You know what I mean? But people actually see that as data, you know, and want to optimize and actually grow from that. Talk to Universal Music Group. They're the top record label in the world. This is what they're being on. This is what they be on. This is what I'm on. And I'm about to show you guys this shit through my subscription list and everything like that. I'm having to present and show you guys, you know, for May and everything like that, to show you guys how to actually do this from scratch and actually have your own foundation with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of course they're not going to show you this shit. Of course they're not going to tell you this shit. Of course they're not even going to try to go ahead and even provide this information for you. You know how long it took for me to goddamn find this shit out? And I've been making music goddamn 10 plus years. I didn't start really recording and putting out music till last year. You know what I mean? So like I'm probably like what, year two, I guess you would say, year two, compared to a lot of people that's been doing it 10 plus years and hasn't been able to even have this type of knowledge. So that says a lot. And I'm not trying to really shit on people or nothing like that, but I mean, I'm being objective here. You know, I am being objective for what I'm saying. So that's why data is 100% true. And let's talk about social media. Social media is a powerful tool, of course. You know, everybody's on social media, everybody's on the internet, everybody is clicking something. So you actually have to see where they're clicking at, why they're clicking it, and be able to optimize it for yourself so you can develop and grow your brand and your network, you know? And, you know, obviously the major record labels are using this increasingly just so they can use it to promote their, connect their people as far as their network, their community, and promote their artists as well. So people could just be like, oh, we fuck with Universal. Basically, they like hear the name Universal. Like how you see how they do this shit. You see how they do this shit. This is not hard to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard to see this shit. Like, their name is Universal. They're the top record label within the music industry. They have the most market share as well, and they're able to go ahead and connect all this data that they have from all this social media shit and all these clicks and be able to optimize it for them to be like Universal Music Group. It should sound like foundation. That's what they should say. They should say the foundation. That's why I'm going to show y'all how to do this shit. And as long as we here together, teamwork made the dream work. We go ahead and pass a lot of these ideas within each other. We got a foundation now. We ain't got to go to Universal and act like Universal the shit now. Fuck Universal. I'll boycott Universal. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? All that. So let's like I'll play. All right. But look, besides that, what is the future of the music industry, right? If it's constantly changing, and even the record labels don't know what to do a lot of times when it comes to these shifts, where is it going? Where is it going? You know, if you ask me, you know, a lot of these things is going to have to participate with a lot of different like tech stuff that's going on, you know what I mean, everything like that, and like AI or you know what I'm saying, all these other type of situations that's going on, and people don't really know how to even do it, or people just like scared shitless about it, you know what I mean? So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, you know, at least from my perspective. But at the same time, it's like you would never know. You honestly would never know where it's gonna go. You know, you honestly will never know where it's gonna go. But you need to adapt and learn. That's one of those key pointers and master keys that I put in my last webinar, to actually optimize and develop and grow within yourself as an artist. It's just within yourself as a producer, within yourself as an audio engineer. You can't just be the same guy over here being the same guy with the same type of lyrics, with the same type of sound, with the same type of everything within the past fucking 4 years, and you're not being a type of guy to learn and adapt from the scene so you can have your own cake within the scene and do your own shit. Majority is not on that. Majority. I probably know Russ, probably know Larry June. And a lot of these guys don't even really do a lot of hip hop like that. They're more so like the boom bat, and like, you know, it's like a different sound for them. Like I wouldn't really call it hip hop. It got to be like some other shit. I can't really call that hip hop. You know, I can't really call it hip hop. Like it got to be another name for those type of guys. Like it's something else. But like I said, you know, you got to be able to learn and adapt through these type of shifts and situations that's going on within the industry that the industry can't even handle. For example, think about it. Napster, right? When Napster came out, the record label was already scared shitless. Ooh, what the hell's going on? LimeWire came out. Now the record labels are done. How we're gonna do this now? How we're gonna fucking handle this? Then we got Apple Music, Spotify. Now we start getting this type of shit going on. Now the streams go up. Boom, boom, boom. Now we got AI. Damn, all these people can actually what the fuck? What are we gonna do? How we're gonna do this now? This is another situation yet again. Now we got Drake in the weekend. What? These motherfuckers don't even fuck with each other in real life. I don't even think these motherfuckers fuck with each other in real life. How the fuck these motherfuckers goddamn gonna have a song together like this? Is a brand new shit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? The record label's tripping right now. So, like I said, just like they're trying to adapt, you guys are supposed to be adaptable as well to learn a lot of these type of things too, so you guys can remain successful in your own foundation, right? So, how would the foundation bring this information to use? How would you guys be able to bring this shit to use, right? I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys right now. I'm having free consultations. Okay. So a lot of this information that I'm able to provide, I'm able to go ahead and break that down within your own, you know, specific situation that you got going on within your career, within your artistry, within anything like that, and being able to break it down for you in certain levels in a 30-minute free consultation. And after that consultation, if you guys are wanting to know more about my services or wanting to be a part of what I got going on at the foundation, I have these subscriptions, right? I have these subscriptions right here. I'm gonna make a whole separate video as far as the subscriptions in a later time period, probably later this week. But here we go with the subscriptions. We got premium, gold, platinum, and diamond. So you guys could be able to choose one of the four, and it would be a situation where it's optimized and characterized just for you, for what you need and want. So you could be able to provide that. So, you know, I had a questionnaire and everything like that. I'll do a video on it. So, like I said, there's for premium, you know, 10 beats a week. That's something that I'm planning on doing starting March 1st or May 1st, not March 1st, but May 1st. You know, having loop kits and drum loops and everything like that for producers, and also having, you know, templates and and plugins and presets and discounts and everything like that for the engineers. And lastly, also being a part of my weekly blog that I got going on live on my website. So you guys could be able to stop by, read about what I got coming up, read about just like certain ideas that I've been having, in certain ways of just doing a lot of different things right now. So that's the premium package. The gold package is where you have access to all the blogs, all the etc. stuff that's going on. They would be able to choose the topics for the week that I have going on and be able to vote and see what's going on with everything, and also have access to a couple snippets and everything like that of courses that I have coming up. You know, whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, a record producer, or audio engineer, or just a creator in general. You know, so that's a lot of what I got going on for the gold package. The platinum package. So both the premium and the gold is added to the platinum. There will be discounts on latest courses that I have going up, or merchandise that's specific to only the platinum group. Only the platinum group will be able to have that. And they'll be able to have access to a private Discord group that I have going on, where you guys will be able to be taught a lot of different things to why I'm at the position that I'm actually at, as far as being able to provide you guys with this knowledge and being able to bring you guys up with me, so we have this foundation. And also just being able to connect and have that community there to have access to snippets of songs or productions from other beats or producers or other artists that want to send that in, or other audio engineers that want to give tips or secrets or concepts or anything like that to why they engineer how they engineer, and being able to have that for us at the foundation as well. And lastly is the diamond package. So the diamond package is all 3-in-1, all 3-in-1. There'll be a private location for everybody that's a part of the diamond group. There'll be webinars every week behind the scenes, where I'm actually being able to show you guys how I'm actually doing this behind the scenes, and being able to actually show you guys what programs I'm using, exactly how I'm using the data, exactly how I'm actually solving my own problems as an independent artist. So you guys could be able to take that with you guys home and be able to always be able to come back and watch these webinars within behind the scenes on that different group, and being able to build that foundation for yourself. And also, lastly, I'm also have mystery boxes, everything like that every month for you guys. You know what I mean? Because I fuck with y'all. I fuck with everybody at the foundation. Anybody part of the foundation, I salute y'all both for y'all family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all get that mystery box. Y'all may not know what's in it. Y'all may not know what's gonna be in it for the month. But it's gonna be something that's it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. So like I said, more features going to be announced May 1st. That's when I'm going to announce everything as far as with the subscriptions and everything like that in detail, and showing you guys how to actually, run through everything as far as within my system of everything here at the foundation. So you guys can be able to have your consultations and being able to see if this is something that you guys want to be a part of, So that's it. That's it for the orientation. Thank you guys for coming out. I will be having another webinar soon. So if you guys, subscribe below, or if you guys subscribe to my email list or my blog or anything like that on my website, you guys could be able to catch up on a lot of different updates that I have going on, whether musically or just in real life in general. So that's going to be a dope thing. And lastly, I wanted you guys to actually take a survey of the orientation, on the first comment below in the link of the video, and see what could actually be better. What could actually be better within the webinar or the orientation. Did you guys learn anything? Are you able to take something home with you guys that can actually make you be like, yeah, G3s did say some real shit about that data shit, or anything like that? Anything from any spectrum. I want you guys to be encouraged to actually, take this survey. It'll be down there below on the first comment, and everything like that will actually be helpful for me as well, so I could do better webinars for you guys here on YouTube or on my website, or wherever you guys are catching the stream. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So thank you guys. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's all love. It's all love here at the foundation. We just took off in a jet, everything like that, man. 2023 is litty. It's litty. May 1st is about to be litty, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come up within these next several months with us at the foundation, and anybody that's involved. So thank you guys so much. I'll catch y'all at the next stream. Let's go lifestyle. Woo!